to another edition of Meet the Metapreneur. I have with me today Alistair Pernigo, who is joining us from Milan, and Alistair is the co-founder of Aura Link. Welcome to the show, Alistair.
Thank you, Sharad, for having me today. It's a great pleasure.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure as well. And the reason I have you on the show is because you are a 21-year-old Gen Z and you call yourself a futurist. How is that even possible?
I mean, I think everyone is a futurist in the matter of how can I push myself and my boundaries to something that came next. That's could be 10 minutes after, or 1 year, or 10 years, but it's matter about how you can jump in something that is coming in any way, I think, to you, in front of you. So be a futurist could seems a strange word or exaggerate, but it's question of how can I jump on something that is arriving on me and try to know it and create a relationship with time. So it's as well the past, the present, and future. So it's more that.
Okay, great. I agree with your description. And now I want to talk about metaverse of senses, because that's what you are building. And my question to you is, Alistair, when did this idea of doing something in this domain first come to you? Talk to us about the timeline. In which year was this, and what was the first experience that got you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, probably I got twice events that make me think, okay, there is something that still miss on my digital experience. First, when I was 8 years old, I was used to surfing around Google Earth, and was crazy in that age for me, like going around, see a lot of places. And when I saw some ethnic market, I always thought, oh, could be amazing having the full sensory experience that I have in my nature in this digital environment. As well, if I try to understand what could be the key sensorial interface that our body needs to be implemented in internet or digital environment, I always thought about the sense of smells and the collaboration between all our senses in a way that I would like to call a synesthetic experience, where there is probably this collaboration with our senses, and they trying to find an equilibrium to be actually open to reach out input and give out output. So
right.
is the point.
I know you were sharing with me the story of while you were hanging out at airports while going with your family on vacations. You saw the power of dogs in being able to sniff. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, starting with researching and studying this complex world that is the olfactory system, that I think that in the academic and human history have been a little bit underrated. I was just thinking and mind-blowing and brainstorming as well, but I've seen some practical example how this powerful sensor could help our daily life in different little situation. For example, in airport, always see dogs that sniff out some components, and yeah, that's things. Okay, animal is not really scalable for million and billion of people. Why not create a device that could be more powerful than a natural dog, and he doesn't need to sleep and eat, and it doesn't came older. So that's it's one of the main yeah reason to try to be inspired what I see outside, and combine together with technical studying, researching in trying to enhance human experience. So yeah, that's is the point.
So as I understand, Alistair, now you are building the metaverse of senses. Am I right that in future, going forward, people will be able to smell coffee in the metaverse or burgers or any product for that matter? Is that even possible?
Yeah, it's absolutely possible. First of all, I would like to say I'm not creating the metaverse of senses. There is hundreds and thousands of people that it's a part of a community that is working on that vision. So I'm trying to make to have my role and to bring in, and yeah, to connecting the dots of sensorial interfaces for the olfactory system. So being able to unlock that potential in a technology, hardware and software, that allows you to recording thanks to a wearable device, a really tiny sensor, any kinds of smells from environment, from your body, from food and beverage, and from that extracting information. So analyzing that, processing, and understanding how can I use this information. And after that, there is this really important step of our delivering technology. So if I can record it, why cannot resmell it? And from in the last 10 years, probably there is, and there was several company that have tried to push it in the mainstream market, but they actually failed in one things conceptually, to still try to see the smells as a chemical compounds, and try to replicating and reproducing by using cartridge. So the shift that I try to make it, me and my teams, the people that helping me, it's okay. It's interesting, the chemical part, the structure, but try to see what's going on in our brain when we smelling a specific and more general smells, odors, scents, and we in recording the brain neural network connection and calculating the perceptual distance, being able to understand language, a primal language of our olfactory perception, that could be actually delivering directly to your brain through a brain nose interface, a wearable device that you can wear it or around your head or on top of your nose, maybe integrate with some glasses. We are still developing and researching for the design of the product. And yeah, that's could make actually smell you coffee, but not having the physical chemical compounds of the coffee in front of you, but recreating the electromagnetic pulses that naturally your nose send to your brain to make you perceive the coffee.
Okay,
So
I understand
I
that.
hope,
Yeah. So you're not using any chemicals, no cartridge. It's
No,
the
no.
technology which creates the perception of the
Yeah,
smell of coffee. Am I right?
yeah, because the problem before, like 1 year ago, I've tried to understand if the cartridge could works. And actually, okay, there is some technical that you can actually mixing together and have some principal components. But actually to recreate a spectrum of 100,000 of different smells, it's quite not really sustainable because first of all, you need to rechange cartridge, the cartridge, the liquids at certain point finish it. So imagine a million of people, like you need 10 cartridge to maybe smelling 100 of different scents. And that's for a short experience. Imagine like hours and hours for millions of people. I think it's quite it's strange because they talking about, hey, we are bringing digital smells, but still reproducing it and delivering in a analogical way. And yeah, just that.
Yeah, I think based on what you have explained in the last few minutes, your technology will enable mass adoption. There won't be any consumables required, so you can, use the technology forever, as many number of times as you want to. Talk to me a little bit about how this technology can be applied to the healthcare industry.
This is one of my heard use cases, because like if we try to understand, okay, there is any means in our bodily volatile compounds exhale, so in our smells, and after a couple of research also seeing what's all the research that have been made on dogs that sniff out like urine to detect cancer, prostate cancer, we actually discovered that we could open a door, and that doors means, okay, we have tried to smell in and divide the body in 4 sources. So the smelling the breath, the urine, faces, and the skin as well. And from that, we extract around 1,000 of different biomarkers based on specific odorant molecules. And from that, we are right now are training our neural network AI system to actually being able to detect that illness, disease, in less than 5 minutes with more than 90% of accuracy. That's why our body, our metabolism, anyway, every moment is telling us information. Properly from spreading out smells that we really don't make sense of it. We don't really recognize the whole general smells that we exhales and the sense of that. But if you make attention, also if you eat something different, you could feel that different, that is changing your bodily smells. And so to conclude, our body give us information, any case from forever, and that information could extract and clustering and finding solution from that. And yeah, it's the main.
Right. I think, Alistair, what you are doing can create a huge impact on our planet going forward. I wish you all success, and I want to, let our audience know that they should start following you on LinkedIn, Alistair Pernigo. I'm sure you'll be putting out updates on, how your tech develops. And I also invite you back in a couple of months to share your story on your progress, how it's going in terms of implementation. I know it's not straightforward. You are looking to build a team of mentors, a team of developers, and then once your POC is completely ready, then you would go to market, and that also to a few select industries in the beginning, and then roll it out as technology progresses. So Alistair, I want to thank you very much for being with me today and sharing your lovely story with our larger audience, who will, I want to re-emphasize, Alistair is 21 years old. At his age, I was figuring out whether I should be studying physics or chemistry. And here you have him in real world sharing his story, which I think can really, impact the world. So stay tuned for more updates, and see you on the other side, Alistair.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye. All the best.